So anyway, we've come back from bowling, which we'll touch on a bit later.
Oh, it was so good.
And who won the games, James?
I did.
Was that you and me?
It was you and me, man.
We'll pin that story in a moment.
Yeah.
So we've come back at maybe 10 o'clock at night. And we come in, we're having a cigarette, just chilling out, and we hear this really sort of weak knocking on our front door.
Yeah.
And we
Hello, honey.
we live at the top of a stairwell as well, so there's us and there's one other unit at the top. And we open the door. James actually opened the door, and he's just standing there, sort of as if there's an axe murderer at the door.
Yeah,
just,
it's exactly what he looked like, man.
Your whole posture changed, man. I was like, you just stiffened up, like.
Yeah.
And I rush in front of him to see who it is, and it's one of my it's one of my neighbors who he's maybe about 30 or something. I haven't seen him very often, but he is a complete write-off. He is
He was the drunkest man in the world.
Yeah, see, I didn't know he was drunk. He looked like he was on drugs and he's going to like rob us.
Yeah.
That's why my posture, I was just like, I'm going to jail tonight. We're going to start stabbing people.
Yeah. And for all intents and purposes, we'll call him Tim.
Yeah.
And
Tim Robbins, the famous guy.
So Tim's looking at me like, hey, mate. Oh fuck! Where you been, Tim?
Absolutely incoherent.
Absolutely no idea. No idea where he was.
And it got worse.
So it was like his body was still
clear, absorbing the alcohol.
It became very clear, very very quickly that he had locked himself out. And he had one thong left, and he had his phone, which he kept on telling me was fucked. It was just out of battery.
Yeah,
but. So I tried to do the right thing, and I invited him in, which may not have been the best idea.
It changed the mood in the room a little.
Oh my god, I was just on alert.
Now he's analysed the layout of your apartment and where things are.
Yep. Yeah.
Now
he was just casing the place.
He's coming back.
Now at this point, James just sort of went, my name's Paul and this is between you all. I'm out of here. And he fucking
I was straight out. I was like, I ain't dealing with this shit. He's like, it went from like,
it's your problem now. I'm out.
Yeah. It went from the point where I was like, this guy's gonna like try and rob and attack us to like just being some drunk guy, and I was like, I gotta go. So I just bailed. I was out of here.
So James left. And,
this isn't where I parked my car.
Yeah. And I've got this guy sitting on my
lap.
on the couch.
That's bizarre.
And he's just it's detective mode. We're trying to figure out how we can call somebody he knows, where his keys are. And he's
trying to log into his Facebook and his email so he can alert people.
Yeah, and like, his short-term memory was on the fritz.
So tragic.
Every couple of minutes he'd just keep asking, "Can you log into my Facebook? I need to call my bird."
Remember when he had the keyboard on his lap and he was just above the arrow
was just
keys.
Rubbing it.
He was
just rubbing it like it was a
plastic with his
touchpad.
finger like a touchpad.
Yeah.
Like he was using a laptop.
And he was like,
That's how like end of the world drunk this dude was.
And he's looking at the keyboard
so
and he
bad.
just goes, "Oh, silly cunt."
What? That doesn't mean anything.
And he starts typing like an infant. It's amazing.
Oh my god.
And eventually he gets up really quickly and goes, I gotta go. I'm gonna go. Oh, I see you guys. I'm gonna go sleep in the car. Okay.
He drove?
And then he left. No,
wait,
hang on.
How does he
hang
have
on.
keys for the
Exactly.
car?
So he left. He left, and we're all sort of look at each other like, well, that was an experience. And then I hear fumbling around in the dark in the stairwell, and I open the door, and he's just sort of standing in the middle of the stairwell, like he immediately doesn't know what's going on again. Like we've just met for the first time. So I invite him in again, and we don't have he had an iPhone 5, and we didn't have a charger for an iPhone 5 because we're not so technologically inclined. And I look at Megatron, sorry. And I say, can you
see how much better Megatron is?
And she did us a solid and she drove to the servo to buy a charger. Now while she's gone so basically this was half as a good deed and half so we could get him out.
Oh dude, I would have just
fucking
kicked him out straight up.
I've got more compassion for really, really, really drunk people.
Yeah,
Because
I've been in that place before.
Yeah,
Me and
you guys
Jerome have both been in that place
position
before. So yeah,
Where
like
you're
we
just like,
Yeah, Zach actually once unintentionally locked me in a fucking stairwell at Schoolies.
I did, yeah.
For a matter of 2 hours, I was locked in the stairwell.
Yeah.
All he had to do was walk 3 meters and open the door, but every time I'd fucking call him, he just... Anyway, that's a story for another time.
That's so good.
Yeah, we'll tell that on another one.
Story where we locked a friend of ours out in the balcony.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, anyway,
Both schooly stories.
Back to last night. So I'm going to sit on the couch again, and he's looking at us, and he's saying, you should just fucking... call my girlfriend and just tell her she's a fucking stupid cunt.
No, he said, no.
something like
It
that.
was when you tried to send her a Facebook message, and he's just going, go on, send her another one. Send her
Tell her
another
she's
one and
fucked.
say, fuck your problems.
Holy shit!
and then he was just looking at Jerome like, go on, do it.
Do it, you pussy.
Go on,
Come on.
go on.
Now I'm gonna quote
Did he think
here.
he was like did she?
He thought
hang
it was,
on, I'm so
he
just
thought it was
like, what?
hilarious.
How?
He thought it was going to be hilarious and that it was going to work out well.
Oh really? Yeah. Because
Yeah.
she's definitely gonna want
He
to come
thought she was
to
going
you.
to
Not a
take it
good idea.
lightheartedly and
Yeah.
understand.
How many times have you told your girlfriend, "Fuck your problems," and then she's like, "No, I need to pick you up." That's right. I need to come
Yeah.
see you.
So
Yeah, exactly.
we've got a solution for him on the way, but we can immediately see that he's just going to fuck that chance up real hard. And he's screaming, like I quote, he's screaming shit like he's going, shit.
Yep.
Yeah. Just fumbling around. And, he'd do that thing where what was it you said? He'd look at you in the eye and then
I can't remember.
he'd just drift off.
Oh yeah, that drunk thing where like he'd look you in the eye and keep eye contact for a split second before his eyes were just like swimming just all over.
Yeah,
it's like they never fix
There's that
anywhere.
thing
And he's got that.
where he's just like,
Yeah, his
"Oh,
head
that's
was-
where you are," and then it's just like he just follows
I
all the
lost
people
you again.
swinging.
I
Yeah,
lost you
yeah.
again.
I lost you again. Yeah.
His head was like tilted down like that 40 degrees, and he was like looking up like almost through his eyebrows.
Yeah.
Then there was a point. Now, so he was just in a thought spiral. So I knew that we needed the charger for him to get out of this fucking thought spiral. And a solution came to me. I was standing in the kitchen, just going, I can't deal with this shit. I poured myself a scotch, and I'm looking at the bottle of scotch and the glass of water, and I thought the key to this problem lies in one of these two vials.
Yeah.
Either I give him enough water, which he just wouldn't have a bar of, that he sobers up a bit and realizes what the fuck he's doing, or
And then
I
charge
get
him for it.
Yeah, or I get him so fucking drunk that he passes out and we drag him into the stairwell and
That's it.
everything's fine.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or the third option that we came up with, actually it was Zach's idea. What was it? It was that I drink.
Is it the nice guy alternative?
It was,
No,
it was that you drink as much as he has, so you get onto his level, and then I'll drink half that much so that I can translate him
down
to
the train,
you.
back down to Megatron.
Yeah, from you to me, and then I'll translate that to Megatron because she
Yep.
was sober.
That's
Jeez.
amazing. I love that you have like that forethought, and then you'd be really funny is you all just get completely plastered, and he just ends up, I don't know, like
We all lock
He's
ourselves
just
out.
so
we all look
blind.
ourselves out.
him and Zach are like
the hands
spooning in the morning,
foot.
and Jerome just comes in, just like, "What the fuck happened?" And Jerome's like,
Where's
"I don't know,
Megatron?"
I don't
Yeah.
know, but my mouth
When
is
he,
real
when, he,
sore."
when he left the first time and he was saying, "Oh, just kick down the door. Let's kick down the door. It's my place. It's my place." And I was sitting there and I was like, on the one hand, I don't want this dude to kick down the door because I've met him before as well and he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like 90% of my heart was like, please kick your door down there. Please kick the door
I
down.
want to
Like,
live. I want to
It'd be
see
the
this.
coolest
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I need
that I
to hear
ever
that
see.
happening and then press my ear to the wall as the cops arrive.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
hear
Just
what
go
he
out
has
there
to
and just
say.
start filming, and the cops come up, and you're just like, "Yeah,
I don't know
next
this
door.
guy.
I've
Who
never
is
seen
this
this guy
guy?"
before." Yeah,
Yeah.
So anyway, the funniest part of the story is yet to come. So it's back with the charger, and we plug in his phone, and we wait an awkward, fucking excruciating 20 minutes. And finally the phone turns on, and immediately I'm on the phone just going to straight. He told me his girlfriend was there. He was giving me all sorts of details, like his fucking login for his email and his Facebook and passcode for his phone.
Yeah, because I was still there when he's giving you the login thing for his Facebook, and Jesse was intense. He just goes, "Oh yeah, bro, API, so," and then he just look away like you've obviously heard it and understood it. And then Jerome was like, "What?" And he goes,
Did you retain this information? So you
"API."
No.
Dude, every
So-
password he gave us didn't work.
And it was
He
always
had
wrong.
no idea
it was
what was going on.
Always wrong.
So the phone's charged up, and I press call on his girlfriend, and because I'm an idiot, rather than me just speaking to her and saying, "Hey, Tim's
Yeah, one of
here,
us
he's
definitely should have done
really
that.
fucked up," I
phone.
gave him the phone, which was a shitty idea.
That was
for the
dumb.
for the
I'm glad
first-
it happened, though. I'm so
let
glad
me
it happened.
guess, they're having a
'cause what comes
fight.
next? What comes next? Like I would have gone through this 20 times over just to experience it. So he's sitting on the edge of my couch, and he's sort of leaning into his phone. He's talking to his girlfriend, and for a good 5 minutes, he's just going back and forth like, "Oh, you have the key. No, Dad has a key, and Sharon has a key, and you've got a key, and I had a key." And so I'm getting bored of it. So I go out in the fucking balcony and I start having a cigarette, and I see Zach sitting on the bar, and all of a sudden I'm talking to Megatron, and I just hear this.
It was so funny.
And I recall just before that happened, I heard something like French maid or something weird. And
He did say French
Yeah,
maid.
yeah.
Yeah, because the arc, the kind of structure of the conversation was, it started off with "Can you pick me up?" and then it went into like they had some kind of mundane fight, like about housework or something, and then he tried to weave it back into "Can you please pick me up?" but he was too drunk, so he went into like this weird like minute of dirty talk. So I was sitting there with my notepad just writing everything
Yeah,
down because I didn't want to forget it, and then he went from dirty talk into just slumped over onto his phone, just heavy breathing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was just sitting outside, and I looked over at Zach, just expecting him to be in awe, and he's just deep in his notepad, just
This is gold.
This is going on the podcast, man. We can't do
what did
this.
Megatron say? I was like one of those like court typists, like the ones who take,
Oh, the ones
take
that-
down all the
yeah, just like super
shorthand.
quickly,
Every-
just
yeah.
every detail,
And
but
yeah,
like
he's
super
just,
quick.
He's just heavy breathing into it. Just,
Oh no! Yeah, I had to get out of here, man. I walked home and I was
Yeah,
like,
you did
I'm
the
not
smart
dealing-
thing, man. Yeah.
I
And
just bailed.
So after that, I just thought, okay, enough's enough. I walked up to him and I said, "So, has she got your keys, man?" "Nah." "Cool. Catch you later, dude." And he goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna sleep next door." I said, "That's sweet." I thought, "Oh, does he have a friend that lives in the building over or something?"
Yeah.
That would have been nice to know before. And he walks out. I say, "See you, man," and I close the door. And then immediately I open it again, and he is fucking passed out in front
Yeah.
of his door with his legs hanging down the stairs, just fucking.
Because no one's coming up, and then
No.
the only people going up and down is you guys. That would have been the. Did you take a photo?
No,
No.
but the
damn.
otherworldly snore that was coming under our front door, man, at
That's
like
that-
1 o'clock in the morning as he's passed out.
Now,
Out of this world.
Now,
Yeah.
Zach did a really nice thing. Well, at first glance, it looks like a really nice thing.
So I'm not
But let's
completely a bad
remember-
person.
But let's remember that we'd established before he's a bit of a nihilist. So Zach left a sleeping bag and a bottle of water out in front of our door
Well,
for
that's
him,
nice.
which is nice. Yeah, at first. However, the sleeping bag was in this double zipper system, and our stairwell,
You gotta work for it, man. You gotta work
and
for
our,
it.
our stairwell is pitch black, so it'd be like Saw. It's like something from Saw. I need to get it before I get hypothermia. I need to get it out and get over myself. And and he left a bottle of water, but it's some weird like
It's got this
Evian
weird, like,
shit
it's
where
got this,
there's
like, child
weird
lock lid
child
on
lock
it.
tab
Pop
on
top.
the top of it.
Yes.
So I asked him if he did it, and Zach said, sorta. I put stuff
It's like
out,
the Hunger Games
but-
of like the
Yeah.
hangovers.
but he's got to work for it.
Gotta
Yeah.
work for it. That's amazing.
And we helped him out. He's got to earn this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
it's
can't just take it.
Yeah, no such thing as a free lunch.
Yeah,
You got to work
exactly.
for my charity, man. Yeah.
That's it. All right.
Everyone
So
should.
yeah, that was
that essentially
was a good
comprised your
experience.
whole entire week.
That was by far the
Pretty
most
much.
significant moment, I think.
And that was the last like 12 hours.